Today on Elite Geek, we're going to help you get your Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper helmet, which by default sounds like you've got a bucket on your head, to sound like this for free by making one simple adjustment, which makes it better, but not as good as it should be.
Then I'm going to show you how I made mine sound like this for about $15 and about a minute worth of labor. Lastly, I'm going to show you what I've done to the inside to make it much more comfortable so you can wear it for extended periods of time and make it easier to get on and off.
Since the new Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper helmet has come out, people have had a total love-hate relationship with it. They love the way it looks. It looks outstanding and it fits most people really well, but they hate the sound. When they showed the helmet in the original video, they artificially introduced the sound, and the sound that we're getting out of the helmet just isn't the same. So in this video, we're going to show you two ways that you can fix the sound to make it satisfactory in the Star Wars Black Series helmet. One way is completely free, and the other way is pretty inexpensive. We get varied results between the two. You can decide which one's right for you. The problem is the microphone, and especially the placement of the microphone. By default, it doesn't line up right for people. People are having complaints about the fit of the helmet, but I think that's usually when they're not getting it adjusted properly with the head straps. More on that later. But the microphone itself is pressed in down against the helmet, and it's too far away from your mouth. The problem with that is you get absolutely no good sound out of it. It sounds very generic. Even with it turned on, you barely get any difference in sound out of the unit. You just can't hear it. It sounds pretty much like you're wearing a bucket on your head. Every once in a while you get a clip or a clap. Totally unacceptable. So the first thing you've got to do is realize this microphone is actually adjustable. It will pull out toward you. So when you've got this on, you've got to get it pulled out all the way. It's a little thing, but you've got to get it pulled up right against your mouth. I put my upper lip right above the microphone. In order to do that, you have to get the head straps adjusted just right. One, so you can see out of it, but two, also so you can get lined up, because you have to talk directly into the microphone. The problem is once you do that, when it's actually touching you, the microphone will move. It'll push away from you and you don't get a good consistent sound. So the simplest trick I've found for it is a styrofoam peanut. Take this one styrofoam peanut and just wedge it up behind the microphone to keep it pressed out towards you. Now that I have the microphone on placed, when I turn the unit on, now I get a much better sound out of the Stormtrooper helmet. This sounds much closer to what we got out of the video. I still have to have everything adjusted just right. I still have to be talking directly into the microphone. But when I have this, it's actually possible. Now, with the base unit, I actually get an amplified Stormtrooper sound. It sounds much better. It's still not as good as what we get in the video, but it's acceptable. It works and it sounds much more like a Stormtrooper. The next option though, if you want to spend a little money and you want a better guarantee of a consistent sound, is to get a third-party voice changer. I found this on YouTube while some people were trying to fix the Kylo Ren helmet. I'm using it for both the Kylo Ren and the Stormtrooper helmet, and it works great. So I'll show you how I have this hooked up. It's great because when I got it, it was about $14 or $15. So you're not making a big investment. A real Stormtrooper sounding helmet to sound exactly like you do in the movies starts at about $150. I'll make a $15 investment to sound a whole lot better. So the voice changer comes with this little mounting bracket that comes on Velcro with double stick tape. What I did is I got it figured out just the right height so my mouth is lined up directly with the microphone. I attached this with a double stick tape right to the microphone bracket that comes with the helmet. I do remove the styrofoam peanut because with that in place, it gets too close. So this makes it line up just perfect right out of the box. So all you have to do is then when you want to use it, slide this in and it will attach there. And if you want to go without it, you just take it out. So I just have the speaker itself attached to my belt, and then I'll run the wire up inside of my Stormtrooper hoodie that I'll be wearing with the helmet.
Alright, now I have the voice changer pack on, and I can leave this on all night long. I'm going to get a very consistent sound out of it. It has a pretty good sound, like a Stormtrooper. How long have you had these droids? Move along. Move along. So for Halloween, I'll be able to wear this to work. I'll be able to wear it out taking my kids trick-or-treating, and I'll have a nice, consistent sound. For the price, the helmet is worth it alone just for the way it looks. And for a few extra dollars more for the extra sound pack, I think the voice changer makes it well worth it. I'm a big fan. I can't imagine why some people are complaining enough to return these helmets. I think it's amazing. So there you go. 2 different ways to improve the sound of your Stormtrooper helmet. One is free, one is just going to cost you a few dollars. So I'm pretty impressed with both. The next goal is to improve the comfort level.
We're going to be installing these helmet pads to see how they do. Once you get the straps inside the Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper helmet adjusted, it's pretty comfortable, I think. But if I'm going to be wearing it for several hours, I need to be more comfortable. And I think these are going to be the trick to it. So I've gone ahead and installed all the new head cushion pieces, and I wanted to show you how it turned out. What I ended up having to do was just ripping out the old plastic head adjustments. I was hoping to be able to take it out and be able to replace it later if I wanted to, but I ended up just having to rip them out in the end. But after some trial and error, I'm really super happy with how the cushions have turned out. It comes with a big round piece that's all curved properly for the top of your head and the top. Cushions around the sides on each of the squares around there. And then these pieces here I took the most time for, and they kind of sit on my cheekbones, which make everything rest just perfectly. So now I can slide the helmet on and off with one hand really easily, and everything lines up perfectly every time.
So even once you get the original headset piece adjusted, it's pretty comfortable, but I would find I would have to hold the head a lot to adjust the eyesight. Now that I've got all the cushions in place, I can look around much easier and everything stays in place. I don't have to grab a hold of it, so now I'm able to actually look around when my plan is to wear this for Halloween, to walk around with my kids, and I was kind of dreading it. It was going to be a nightmare. Now with the new piece that I've got in place, I don't think I'm going to have any problem at all. So thanks for watching. If you found this useful, please like the video. Comment down below with which way you're going to modify your helmet, whether it's the free way or whether you're going to get one of the voice adapters. And make sure you subscribe so you see everything else we do. What I want to do next is actually build one of these units fully into the headset, so I don't have to have a separate piece at all. But that's the next step. So thanks for watching, and remember, if you're going to be a geek, be an elite geek.